Very happy to win the game. Typical Villanova Penn game. Could have gone either way. Just two guys swinging to the end, and we were fortunate to come up with a play at the end. I sure didn't want to see them get in field goal position and put one in at the end. The interception was really critical at the end of the game. I sure wish he would have just taken a knee so we could have ended the game, but we were able to get the job done. I thought Christian played very well for us, his first start, and I thought managed the game well for us. Very pleased with him defensively. We had a nice game plan against Penn. I think Billy Ragone just makes it so tough on you because you gotta cover him as a runner and you gotta handle him as a passer. So, I don't know what his stats were, 15 for 26. That's still a good day, 250 yards thrown, and rushed for, 38, whatever he did, and he's a rough customer to handle. One thing we urged our team to do was to play physical against Penn, because I will say it again, they are the most physical team we play. And I think the physicality going into the third and fourth quarter was what really brought us through. We preached physical all week, and came up with a physical game. If we came out of here losing a game, as long as we played physical, that's all I was looking for, because we're going into the CAA from now on in, and you better be physical. And I didn't feel in the last 3 games that we were as physical as we have been. And I think some of our young freshmen rose up today. Real excited about Kevin Monangai. He's a true freshman, and he had a little trouble with our offense early in the season, so we held him back. But with the injury to Austin Medley, we really needed him to come up with a game. He and Lawrence Dawson, he did a great job.
And did you have some kind of magic spell over out? There's 2 years in a row now that you've been able to kind of pull one out of the hat, and that seems to be the nature of this series.
I don't.
You guys find a way to win.
I don't think there's any magic spell. We come into the game knowing that it's going to be a barn burner, and I think what helps us in the game is that in our league we have to play lights out for 4 quarters to win a game. Even when we were, national champs, you'd have to fight into the 4th quarter. And I think that that's a carryover value that we have. Al's really been the dominant team in the Ivy League for the last couple of years, and I don't really know how many games they have to fight their way through, but we have to do that to be a survivor in our league. And I think that carries us very well when we get in a game like this.
Your defense really set the tone in the second half. You talk about how big Jimmy's pick 6 was. You're up by 2, and that kind of gives you that little bit of cushion.
Well, anytime you get the turnover, man, it's a game changer. And we had the turnover early in the game when Christian threw the interception, and that gave him a quick and easy 6. And I felt that tilted the game back in our favor. At least it was even Steven.
And you talk about your running game tonight, and just how effective they were at just breaking Penn's defense down, especially in the second half.
Well, Penn played a little more vanilla than they normally do. And, with 3 freshmen in the offensive line, vanilla is good for us because we have trouble with, tackle and nose on the move stunts and blitz because, it's hard to prepare for that. And I think with their team, they only had 3 returning defensive starters. I think they wanted to keep it basic and keep their guys in the right lanes. And I think that helped us a little bit. And I asked Christian to manage the game, and I think he did a really good job, with our running, passing game mix.
Has it helped you prepare your guys for this game since they've gone spread in the last couple of years?
I think it does. I think it definitely does. I think most of the teams that we see now, our spread teams, but they also are a power football team. When they get into the red zone, I mean, they get that high wing, 2 tight ends, and I mean, they just try to knock you out. And at times they ran right at us, and I thought we handled it pretty well for a young defense. I mean, we only really play one senior on defense right now, so I was very pleased with our defensive effort.
Can you talk about the interception when you returned for the touchdown, like what you saw and what impact you felt that had on the game?
I feel like every time a defense creates a turnover, especially scoring on a turnover, it always carries over to the offense and gets the offense moving a little bit, and it also takes like some relief off the offense, especially since we were struggling a little bit moving the ball.
Did that ball bounce off the receiver? What happened on that play?
The ball bounced off his chest and he caught it.
It's 2 years in a row you've had a pick 6 against these guys. Good positions. I mean, how do you explain that? And 2 critical ones. Because last year's kind of sealed the deal. This year gave you guys a cushion.
I guess being in the right place at the right time always a big one.
Christian, could you talk about your first start? How it felt to lead the team out there?
It felt good, definitely. I think a lot of the guys believe in me. Now I'm gonna work hard for them like they're gonna work hard for me, and then we got each other's back. And my first pass was a really bad pick and put our defense in a bad situation. Coach Talley let me know about it, but as he should. But all the guys have my back, and it's easy to bounce back from that, and kind of get us moving in the right direction. And I think our problem has been having these tough breaks and really not bouncing back from them. I think tonight we actually did that. There were a few throughout the game, and we really just put our shoulders up and kept going.
What'd you see on the Dorian Wells touchdown? Kind of looked off safety, or what would you see?
Dorian Wells, we had a blitz check if it was cover 0. If it was 3rd and long, we had different down and distances, and if it was 3rd and long, and it was actually a play where I look and see what audible we want to go to, but I saw right away it was cover 0, and we were kind of hoping we got that. We checked to kind of a man-to-man route, and Dorian ran a great route, and it was really all him, just put it in the middle of the field, and he made a great play.
Christian, do you think did you ever before think you'd be in this kind of a situation where you'd actually be starting and leading the Villanova Wildcats?
I think I can't say 100%. I mean, I think you work every day for that opportunity, no doubt. But we got a lot of great quarterbacks and a lot of guys that can get the job done. So I guess you don't really think about too much. You let the coaches make the decision. So I don't think about it too much. But I always prepared myself and worked hard every day just in case this opportunity came along. And I've been very fortunate. Guys, have my backs.
Coach, you said the defense played a little bit more vanilla than last year. Were there any other differences that you noticed from Penn, either on either side of the ball, compared to last year?
I think at this juncture in the season, they were better last year than they are this year, and I would say the same about us. We were better last year defensively at this time than we are right now. I think it was 2 teams with a lot of young players. The difference is that their young players were sophomores and juniors, and our young players are true freshmen. And so, that's why I'm really happy with the result today, because we made some critical mistakes. Our young kids did today, which could have really deep sixed us. And we were just pretty fortunate.
Could you speak to those penalties? I didn't actually see the personal fouls and everything, but can you speak about what could have happened there that almost turned the game around?
Yeah, the personal foul, I was standing right there, and I'll be darned if I saw 54 hit their quarterback. I can't believe they made that, but they must have seen something. And then they had Jimmy, because he pushed a kid on the play, which he shouldn't do, and had a penalty as well. And then we had a couple of illegal procedures by our 2 freshman tight ends. Both of them took turns. And now it's 1st and 15, and every drive today was critical in this game because this was a nail biter.
Coach,
you got that first win, you got that off your back. So now, what do you have to do coming into William and Mary? What do you guys still need to work on?
Well, you know, William and Mary is, you know, traditionally a national power. You know, we've done battle with them, the seesaw in the last 3 or 4 years. We need to step up as a football team to beat them. They'll match us speed for speed. They have a phenomenal running back who's an All-American that we have to try to figure out how to slow down, because he's not a guy you're going to stop. You know, I like the way our special teams played today. If we continue to play like that, our kickoff guy, our punt guy, they did a great job. Kicked the field goal, tipped the ball and punt. So if we play special teams like that, you know, we're gonna step up.
Can you talk a little bit about Joe Sutton? It seems like he's really stepped up, playing a bigger role. He's making plays on special teams, on defense, all over the field.
Joe is a bright young star. We knew when we got him, we got a very special player. We just weren't sure how quickly he could learn our defense. But he's going to be a fixture in the secondary for the next 4 years, for sure.
And,
Last question.
Andy to Jimmy, just how important is it to get a win, regardless of who the opponent was at this point in the season?
Very critical, because if you don't taste that victory after your 4th game, you know, Al, this is just, you know, his 2nd game, and you know, he's played 2 pretty good teams to start out. But we, you know, we've slipped a little bit, and we needed a win just to feel good. Just what happened in the locker room after this game, it was the adrenaline shot that a football team needs to get ready to step up next week.
Just how it felt to get a win.
It always feels good to get that first win, especially with a young team, because you never know how they're gonna take the season, especially going 0-4 if you lost today's game. So I mean, feel great.
Thank you.
Thank you.